what's up? And tonight we're going to be doing lesson 3 and 4, and then we're going to talk about some tweak. All right. Fine. Everyone's already on here, and we're all good to go. The Otis Gen 2s, and then we're going to learn about something else. Okay. As you know, before we even start, I have to use the bathroom, so you can hang out with your buddies if you want really quick, and then once I get back, we're going to start with lesson 3. 4. These are not really long lessons, guys. Then we're going to talk about what's going to be going on the rest of the week. Okay? We did chapter 4, lesson 2. Let's go up here. And doing the Otis Generation. We're in chapter 4, and we're going to be talking about the new Otis Generation that has formed here at East Liverpool City Hospital. Okay? If you want to read those facts, you may. Then we'll go over them. And I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Here it is. Now listen. Here are all the facts. As our title says, babies to be grown to young adults. Now listen. As you may know, an elevator ain't that way. I'm going to teach you how it is that way. Okay? Now, you already know that the Motor Service twin gave birth to these two very special twins in 2005. Okay? These babies have since grown to be who they are today, which they are young adults. They're 11 and a half now, and they're going to be 12 in 2 months. And they have some smarts inside of them. Here are some of their smarts. Giving the service repairs to the Otis Tech when he is on his way. Larry. And responding to key activated service, like fire service, priority service, stuff like that. Okay? All right. Take a look at some pictures of them and outside. Now, when you look at these, do you think that they were installed in 2005? Well, yeah, I think they were installed in 2005. This is an all-new addition to the hospital. This is the northeast wing. Okay? Take a look at the cab. Let's see. Does anybody know what that cab reminds you of inside? What elevator brand does it remind you of? The Otis 2. It's called a Gen 2. Okay? Now, if I was to ask Elevating New York by Genesis, what kind of cab does that look like? From which elevator company do you think it looks like?
I can't see it.
It reminds you of a Conate cab, probably. Okay?
No, I can't see it. Hold on. Yeah, I can see that. Hold on. Which one is it? I see 4 pictures.
There's 2 and 3 on the bottom, too.
Which one is the one of the bottom ones?
Yes, that first one on the bottom. That's the cab of the elevator.
Oh, right there.
But it's an Otis, though.
Really?
It's an Otis, as you can probably see.
Otis.
And guess what kind of Otis it is? is a Gen 2, and you know what's weird? On the first floor of this place, on the first floor, and there is something called an RAM 2000 in there. And what's in there? 2000 tells the Otis tech when he's on his way of what's wrong with the elevator. What's wrong with one of the two elevators there? Okay. But the real deal is up in the shaft on the 8th floor. What is up in the shaft on the 8th floor?
What?
The machine for it, right? That's the machine for us. It's not overhead, it's a Gen 2, which means it saves money, right, from building a machine room. Actually helps out a lot with the hospital as well. Okay? Now, yeah, we have a question here. The up arrow on the hull indicator, what type of arrow does that remind you of? Arrow. Right here, there's the arrow up there. What kind of arrow does that remind you of in culture?
I can't see it, Brian, honestly.
Now, if you look at it, it probably reminds you of an Asian arrow. Okay?
No, I really can't. Oh, okay. Where is it?
Right here. Right up there. Okay? Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Yeah, it's an Asian arrow. Yep. Now, just like the similarities question in lesson 2, what is one thing that doesn't make these two twins have the same similarities? The elevator that is up on the wall and it tells you information about the elevator. What's that called?
The plates.
This up here, what's this called up here? What's that?
I really don't know.
Certificate. Okay. A certificate is what tells you a little bit of information about the elevator. Okay.
I know what a certificate is, right?
There.
I just couldn't see it.
Yeah. So those the differences are the certificates.
I took off my glasses.
That's okay. Anyways, now we're gonna get to some secret floors. Okay. The only floors accessible on these two twin cars are floors 2, 4, 5, and 6. To access the other floors, which are floors B, 1, 3, and 8, you need a special key. Because these floors are vacant or specially restricted. Floors B, 1, 3, and 8 are specially restricted or vacant. You may want to consider.
Tell them about the back on this. I got to go check the email. Sorry.
It's all right. But you may want to consider these. You may want to consider these express elevators because here's why. Certain floors you can go to on these. Now, they have 4 accessible floors, which are 2, 4, 5, and 6. And the vacant floors are B1, 3, and 8. How many vacant floors are there? I said B1, 3, and 8. How many floors is that? And how many floors did I count just now? Think about it. B1, 3, and 8. Look. The only floors accessible on these two cars are floors 2, 4, 5, and 6. Now look in that 2, 4, 5, and 6 section. What floor on there represents the floors that are restricted? What number is that in the middle of 2 and 5? Number 4. Okay. So there are 4 accessible floors and 4 non-accessible floors. Does that make sense? That's how the hospital was built. Let's see here. Okay. Any questions on the secret floors?
Must be the restricted floor.
Yes, B1, 3, and 8 are restricted floors, and you need a special key to get to them. And 8 is where the machine room is, for the elevators. You know, it's somewhere else because the machine room is in the shaft. Okay, so ambulance and helipad access. If you're going to be transferred from this hospital to another hospital, which means you are being sent to another hospital from this hospital, either Weirton Medical Center or Trinity Health System, or UPMC, which you all know about UPMC, right? Center, or Cleveland Health.
We all know UPMC.
Right, right, right. Very good. University of Pittsburgh Medical Center. And these are the elevators you would probably ride onto the second floor emergency room ambulance entrance. Patient room on your floors. Okay, here are the patient room floors. Listen, 4, 5, and 6 are patient room floors. And you either take the elevator down to the second floor in a stretcher. Okay, so the helipad out there is the helipad, as you can see. You guys see that helipad out there? And see that building in the background? That building in the background has a Canton elevator in it. That building in the background, but we're not going to get to that. I don't even know what that building. I don't even know what the elevators look like. I know they're Canton with 11 floors. It's the whole building in East Airport, Ohio. Okay. Sorry. Okay, now if you're being life flighted, ready, Jonathan?
Yep.
Okay. Now, if you're being life flighted, which means you're being sent by helicopter, from this hospital to another hospital, or coming to this hospital by helicopter, you would land on the 6th floor roof, which is shown out here, and be taken on those elevators to the desired floor. It should be the 2nd floor emergency room.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Now, if you were in the old Westinghouse elevator, which we'll get to tomorrow probably. Okay, I'll tell you a story. I was in the Westinghouse elevator on a Sunday afternoon, running it as usual, and I heard a helicopter. The helipad was nearby, right? Okay. I didn't even know where the helipad was. I thought it was on the really top, but it turns out it was in the northeast lane. Okay. And I hope I never have to be life flighted because, I don't really like going up in the air.
I'll be alright, right? That's one reason I have to look.
I'm not the first one here. Now, does anybody have any? Right. Right.
Yeah, and also
Right. Okay, does anybody have any questions about this ambulance and helipad access? No, we all good?
Yeah, we're all good.
All right. Okay, so you see these Gen 2 Smart for 11-and-a-half-year-olds. May have noticed that these are in 6th grade, soon to be in 7th from last year. These elevators are pretty special, provide certain accesses like patient rooms, ambulance entrance, emergency room, and the helipad. It would be pretty neat if there could be a voice vocabulary test on these 2 cars. Don't you think? What would happen if we put it into voice vocabulary mode? What would it do? Besides saying going up, going down, floor, or whatever, or please stand clear of the closing doors. You're pressing too many floor buttons. Please press only the floor button required. What would it do if we put it in voice vocabulary mode? It'd say all kinds of different things, right? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's it for the Gen 2s. They're the newest elevators on the whole property. From entrance past the double doors is a little something pretty special from the north that we will be talking about right now after we do this overview. So what have we learned in this lesson? Well, we learned about the Otis Gen 2s and how and what access they provide, right? Smart, their age, their life, right?
Yep, exactly.
Right? Now, in lesson 3, we are going to use our notes and pictures. Okay? There shouldn't be a reason that it ain't helpful to use all the notes and pictures. This lesson is the Otis Gen 2 at East Airport City Hospital in East Airport, Ohio. All right, here we come to lesson 4. That's it for, we'll say that later. Chapter 4, lesson 4. Okay? North entry is title. Okay? This is lesson 4, an elevator in the north of an entry. These are not the north entry elevators. These are the twin elevators that we talked about yesterday on the 2nd floor. Okay? There's the River Valley Health System thing again. Now, walk into the emergency room. Okay? You walk into the emergency room. You either hold your breath or put on a mask if you don't want to get any germs. Because you do, because there is something going on right now. You have to walk past the emergency room to get to that elevator. And I said it's in the north. Okay? Go past the double doors and go down the hallway a little bit and turn left. What do you see on the left? You see this. What does that say on there? Can anybody read what that says on that elevator door? Okay, it says no general usage and escorted patient transport only. Area. Let's take a look at it. Well, listen, Jonathan. Now listen. It is for employees only, but what type of employees, though? All right. Here are the pictures of it. Key switch to call it. Why would there be a key switch to call it? Well, you're going to find out right now. You may have known that there are only pictures on the outside of this elevator on the 1st floor. Did you guys notice that? Why are there only pictures on the outside? Jonathan, what did I just say about that call station? It's what? Very good, and it's keyed access, right? So you got to use a special key to call it. Right? It's only for certain people. Okay? This elevator is not for patient transport from the emergency room to a patient room. Okay? Now, this elevator is also not for ambulance or helipad access. This elevator can be, you can use this elevator from a patient room to get to the 3rd floor to go to the surgery area. This elevator is for surgery. I repeat, surgery use only. This goes directly into the operating room hallway. It is locked up. Does that make sense why it's locked up? So we don't get any germs, right? But our germs. We could be in a lot of trouble if we wrote it, because it's really clean. I'll say this much. Right. I'll say this much. I got to write it once, and I'm not going to say who gave me permission, because it's for privacy reasons. I only got run right up to the 6th floor, and that was it. Okay? More 1992. I live right near it. I live right near it. I'm 28 minutes away. Yes, it's on the Ohio side. Yes, 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 yes. Anyways, it was born when the Ohioan Elevator War II was taking place. We're going to talk about that, actually. Trust me, we're going to talk about the Ohioan Elevator Wars. 1992, graduated from a high school in 2010 at the age of 18. Unknown of where this elevator attended high school, but it does attend college at the UPMC Elevator Center School of Nursing. It's pretty neat. Pretty neat. We're going to talk about that, too. Trust me. This elevator served in the cleanest soldiers in September 2012. We will talk about that. Trust me. We're going to talk about these wars, okay? All right? Look at the pictures on the bottom. This elevator is a very rare brand that you would see in an area like this in Ohio. All right? What brand is this elevator by looking at that call station and the lantern? Kind of. It's really... What'd you say, Jonathan? What'd you say, John? Alex. I mean, Elevator New York by Genesis, sorry. What kind of elevator is that by looking at that call station and those lanterns? Well, it makes it sound like this. Boom! When it gets to the floor, that's the chime on it. You're close. It starts with an N. It's a Canadian brand, and it starts with an N. It's a Tissan what? No, you're really close. What's a Tissan N? 918 Commerce Street in Roanoke, Virginia had this one. Remember? It starts with an N and ends with an... No, you're close. But it starts with an N and ends with an N. And it would sound like this. Bung. That's a chime on the elevator. All right, now take a look at this then. What kind of fixtures are these on the outside? Wait, then you have to join the live stream then. Are you on the live stream?
Yeah, I'm on.
Now, what kind of buttons are those?
I'm not on the live stream. I'm Skype.
Oh. Here are the buttons. And what kind of buttons are those? Those with an N. Northern, you got it. It's a Tisson Northern. Now listen, it's a Tisson Northern. Oh, that's cool. It's really in my area, actually. And what's that, bud? Okay. Now, I forgot to add something in this live stream, but I'll show you it at the end. But yeah, this is a Northern. You think would maintain this elevator?
It was Northern Elevators.
No, Northern was the first company service in America.
Otis.
He said it. Oh, what does that say?
Dover.
I don't believe in Dover vans. Never saw one before. What kind of van is that? An Otis van. Otis maintains it. I guess he maintains all the elevators at that hospital. Otis maintains the one, I guess he maintains the rest of them. Otis maintains everything. Everything that there is in that hospital, Otis maintains. Okay? Floor service. Yeah. Floor service.
What states have you built elevators in?
Ohio and Pennsylvania and West Virginia, but talk about that.
So you've never been to New York State before?
No way. That place is like hectic. Traffic, I'm never going to New York City. What are they
No,
called?
New York City. Not New York
Oh, no. Well, maybe one day, but I don't know. Right?
Instead of New York before.
Yeah. Let's have to see what goes on. Okay? All right, guys. Now listen. Floor service. Only serves floors 1 to 6, which means it serves all the patient care floors. It does not serve the basement because the basement is not a patient care floor. Basement is a maintenance department floor, loading dock, cafeteria where you eat your food, and storage space. Room in the basement, right above the elevator, you would see that shaft of the elevator. How cool is that? You could actually see the shaft of it. It's a gray brick wall. I've seen it before. I'm not going to say anything now. I've seen it before. It's a gray shaft. Picture it now. Close your eyes and imagine it. A gray brick wall with a hole open. And that part of the shaft is called the pit. And it's kind of strange how they didn't finish the shaft on this floor. Okay? And again, that part of the shaft is called the pit. Did you guys already know that? Okay. All right. Okay. So, it may be keyed access, also known as restricted access, but it is nice to stop and say hi to it when you walk in for the emergency room to go ride your other elevators. We have the twin elevators, we got the Gen 2, we got the Westinghouse, we've got the North Car, and of course we got everyone's favorite elevator in that whole hospital of them yet. The old 1930 Otis traction scissor gate elevator. We talked about that in lesson 1. We'll talk about it again soon. And then be sure to say hi to it when you walk in. Maybe you'll get lucky and somebody may give you a ride on it. You never know. Sometimes you just got to get lucky. Lucky to find one of these, even though it's key access. Okay? Wasn't that pretty interesting right there?
Yeah.
Okay? All right. Okay, so what did we learn from this lesson?
I gotta go.
Northern. All right, bye. See you tomorrow. Bye. Okay, so we learned about the Northern. And again, we're just going to skip the next one because we all know the deal now. And we have to use our notes and pictures to help us out. So don't be saying, I don't want to use them, because we are going to use them. Okay? Be a little, you know. And the main idea of this lesson is the Northern. It's basically about the Northern as an Eastern hospital. Chapter 4, Lesson 5, the West House. Okay? For Chapter 4, Lesson 3 and 4. Go ahead and save that. This is how you save a PowerPoint, by the way. Lesson 3, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and save it there. Good day today, by the way. You have a good day, Jonathan?
Yeah.
That's good. This is chapter 4, lesson 4, right? Okay. This is how you save a PowerPoint, by the way. You can rename it too if you don't want it to be the way they gave it to you from the title. All right. Okay, so I'm going to show you something really cool. Elevator records here of the hospital, okay? You can look up this website. Elevator lookup Ohio. Just type in the name of the place or city name. It'll give you all kinds of different places you can look at an elevator at. Or it's out of service, properly lowered, which means that defunct. And adjudication means, listen, please listen. It means that it's out. It's not, the power's turned off, and they don't know what they're going to do with it next. They're going to put out a service, remove it, or do what? That's what adjudication means. Okay. This is the north car. I mean, the west car. Sorry. They said, now listen. They say that it was installed in 1940, and that's wrong. They're sometimes wrong with these older elevators, and these historic ones. They say it's 1940, but they're wrong. It's 1930. Okay. This is the information about the inspection. That's the information about the inspection. And that's the safety test was on 11/14/16. Yes. Make sure it's doing okay, right?
Exactly.
Right. There's the information about it. Electric drum traction. Okay? There's your information.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool, don't you think? Now let me show you something else that's cool. There's something on the floor of the Northern. It's really cool that I forgot to add in the lesson. So let me go ahead and show you that now. Okay, now move on. I have some photos on here. I'll show them now. So this one right here. Okay, now we're going to read this sign right here. They put this sign outside the elevator. Live stream, Jonathan?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at the sign here. There's a sign right next to the elevator on one. Jonathan, what does that sign say?
Let's see here. What sign? I guess that the camera's off.
Okay. All right, well, it says a patient transport elevator donated by Auxiliary of Circle City Hospital. What does auxiliary mean? Okay, you don't know. Let me reload it because my camera might be acting like sometimes it does that. I really hate that. I bet you there's other people who hate it too. Okay? Thing to do before we end this live stream. We're going to talk about
It's just your name.
well, let me end this one right here. All right, guys, I'll be right back.